When we bring a dog home, we sign an unwritten contract for a future filled with unconditional love, muddy paw prints, and a constant, thumping tail. We hope for a decade, maybe even 15 or 20 years of that joy. But we all know that this beautiful contract has an expiration date, and that final, silent goodbye is a day we all dread. The real fear isn't just the eventual quiet, is it? It's the nagging worry deep inside. Will I know? Will I be able to read the signals my best friend is sending me when their body is telling them it's time to let go? The sharpest grief comes from wondering if we missed our chance to give them the comfort they deserved in their final chapter. That is exactly why we're talking today. I'm going to walk you through 10 clear, quiet messages our dogs send when they are preparing to rest. This isn't to scare you, it's to prepare you so you can meet their final needs with the same loyalty they've shown you their whole life. I'll share stories from others who felt this exact same heartbreak, proving that this heavy weight is easier to carry when we carry it together. So, for now, just breathe. If your old companion is near, pull them close tonight. As we explore these signs, see them not as omens of an ending, but as your dog's final, loving request. Stay by my side, just a little longer. Let's start with the first signal you'll likely see. When their steady foundation begins to wobble, you'll see it first in their legs. It's the sight of them trying to stand up, their hind legs quivering as if the power just isn't reaching them anymore. You might see them hesitate before a small step, or their legs might splay out from under them on a slick floor they've navigated 1,000 times. Some dogs begin to pace with an unsteady gait, as if their mind is willing them forward, but their body can't keep the rhythm. This isn't just old age awkwardness. It's a clear message that their physical systems are winding down. It's been shown that in their final phase of life, a dog's mobility can be cut by more than half, much like an elderly person trading a confident stride for a careful shuffle. Seeing the hero who once bounded after Frisbee's struggle to walk is painful. But this is your moment to be their strength. Non-slip mats become pathways of love. A ramp to the couch is an act of devotion. You're not trying to keep them running. You're making their world safe and telling them, it's okay. I've got you now. And while their body's frame shows wear, pay attention to their core, because another shift is happening inside. You'll feel it when their inner furnace starts to burn low. An aging dog's body slowly loses its ability to regulate temperature. That furry little heater that used to warm your feet at night might now feel cool to the touch. You may find them shivering even on a mild day, or desperately seeking a patch of sun to soak in. Conversely, they might pant excessively when it's not even hot, struggling to cool down. Their internal thermostat is simply failing. The cozy bed they once loved might suddenly feel drafty, or the spot by the window uncomfortably warm. They are trying, in their own way, to find balance. Instead of dismissing it, see it as a call for help. A soft, warm blanket becomes a hug they can feel all day. Move their bed away from a drafty door. If it's warm, ensure cool water is always near, perhaps with an ice cube in the bowl. Helping them regulate their temperature is a profound act of care, one of the most basic comforts we can offer. And as their inner warmth struggles, another fundamental drive often wanes right beside it. That drive is appetite, and you'll know the shift when their food bowl goes from a source of joy to an object of indifference. A loss of appetite is one of the most honest signals a dog's body can give that it's beginning to shut down. They might approach the bowl, give it a hopeful sniff, and then turn away with a sigh. It's not always a choice. Sometimes chewing is painful due to dental issues, or their once sharp senses of smell and taste have dulled. You can try tempting them by warming their food to release the scent, or offering something soft and gentle on their mouth. Some people add a little chicken broth, not to force a meal, but to offer a small pleasure. But remember the wisdom hospice caregivers share with us. Toward the end, a body no longer needs or wants a lot of fuel. An animal that consistently refuses food is communicating a deep truth. They are beginning their journey of letting go. Speak to your vet about comfort, but prioritize peace over protein. And what happens to the food bowl is often mirrored in the water bowl. Their thirst follows their appetite into a quiet fade. You begin to notice that their water dish remains full, sometimes all day. A healthy dog's body is finely tuned to signal thirst. But as key organs like the kidneys age and the brain's signals weaken, that urge to drink can dim or vanish completely. The sound of lapping water, once a familiar part of your home, becomes rare. It's a dangerous silence. Without adequate hydration, toxins build up, fatigue deepens, and the body's systems weaken faster. You can try adding water to their soft food, or even offering it from your cupped hand, which sometimes they'll accept as a gesture of love. But here too, the same rule applies. Listen to their body. Pushing liquids can be uncomfortable. Sometimes a few gentle licks are all they can manage, and that has to be enough. If you see signs of dehydration like a dry tongue, that's a signal to ask your vet for guidance on comfort care. As their intake of food and water dwindles, a very visible change follows. You'll feel it with your hands as their body mass begins to disappear. When you stroke your dog's back and your fingers trace the outline of their spine or ribs, where there was once solid muscle, it's a change that you can't ignore. Significant weight loss is a stark sign that their body is no longer processing nutrients effectively. No matter what you offer them, you'll see a hollowing in their flanks, a thinning of their neck and legs. This isn't just about what they're not eating. It's that their aging digestive system can no longer extract and hold on to the nourishment. You can try nutrient-dense, easy to digest foods, and that's a loving effort. But it's also critical to accept when you are fighting a losing battle. At a certain point, aggressive feeding causes more distress than benefit. Your job shifts from trying to build them up to simply keeping them comfortable. Pile blankets in their favorite spot. Offer tidbits if they show interest, and hold them, reminding them that your love is constant, even as their body becomes fragile. And as they grow lighter, their spirit often follows. You'll see it when that inner spark, the one that powered a lifetime of play, begins to dim. Your dog may start sleeping through things that once sent them into a frenzy of excitement. The doorbell, the opening of the treat bag, or you grabbing their leash. This isn't a new-found laziness, it's a profound fatigue. They will find a spot and stay there for hours, their existence marked only by the gentle rise and fall of their chest. Sometimes the will is there, but the physical energy to act on it is gone. That stillness can be unsettling when you're used to a constant shadow at your feet. But this deep rest is the body's final, intelligent act of conserving every last bit of energy it has. To support them, make sure their bed is deeply cushioned. Gently help them change positions to prevent pressure sores. Your touch is a powerful comfort now. A soft scratch behind the ears, a quiet whisper. Your hand resting on them while they sleep. It tells them they are safe and loved, even in their stillness. And as they become more immobile, you might witness another difficult change as their body loses its last defenses. For many owners, one of the most heartbreaking signs is when their perfectly trained dog starts having accidents. A companion who for years reliably waited by the door may soil their own bed without even seeming to notice. It is crucial you understand this is not disobedience. It is a loss of control. The muscles that once held everything in check have weakened, or they are simply too exhausted and pained to get up and move. The sight can be distressing and the cleanup is difficult, but your compassion in these moments is everything. Keep their bedding lined with soft, washable pads. Use gentle, warm cloths to keep their skin and fur clean to prevent irritation. And talk to them through it all in a soft, reassuring voice. Let them know they've done nothing wrong. This loss of physical control is often a sign that internal systems are also failing, and sometimes that internal struggle manifests in a way that's terrifying to watch, bringing us to our next sign. There may be moments, often near the end, when their body is seized by tremors it cannot control. These seizures can happen for many reasons: kidney failure, liver dysfunction, or simply the brain's electrical signals misfiring as it weakens. A dog that was lying peacefully might suddenly begin to shake or convulse, their limbs jerking, their eyes looking unfocused and lost. It is a profoundly difficult thing to witness because it makes you feel utterly powerless. But you are not. Your job is to be a force of calm. Lower the lights, speak in a gentle, steady voice, and make sure there's nothing nearby they could hit and injure themselves on. Your calm presence reassures them that they are not alone in their fear. Your vet may be able to offer medication to ease this, but we also must face a hard truth. When suffering begins to eclipse all else, the most compassionate act can be the gift of a peaceful end. Many choose this path not as an act of giving up, but as a final act of giving grace. And after the shaking quiets, there is often one more profound change in their very life force. It's a change you hear and feel. Their breathing loses its steady, easy rhythm. As their time draws very near, their breathing patterns often shift. Some dogs begin to pant shallowly and rapidly, even when completely at rest. Others will take a breath and then have a long, unnerving pause before the next one, as if their body is forgetting its most basic function. This irregular breathing, or dyspnea, is a sign that their heart and lungs are struggling to do their job. It's a sound that can keep you up at night, listening, waiting, and worrying. In these moments, your nearness is a balm. Sit with them. Lay your hand gently on their chest. Let your own steady presence be an anchor for them. When their own body feels like it's in turmoil, your vet can advise on pain relief that may ease their discomfort. But beyond medicine, your love is the final comfort. And as their breathing changes, there is one last, powerful sign of farewell that has little to do with the body at all. This final signal is one of the heart, a shift in the invisible tether that has bound you together for years. Some dogs will withdraw as they approach the end, seeking solitude under a porch or in a distant part of the house, an ancient instinct to go off alone. But many do the exact opposite. They become Velcro dogs, shadowing your every move, pressing their bodies against you, resting their head on your lap, refusing to let you out of their sight. It is not neediness, it's a conscious choice. They are saying, I know my time is short. I want to spend it with you. This can also be tied to cognitive decline, a kind of doggy dementia, where familiar things become confusing, and you are their only landmark. Don't be hurt if they seem distant for a moment. Their love is still there, just quieter. Be their anchor. Speak their name softly. Hold them. These gathered signs aren't just a grim countdown. They are an invitation to be present, to cherish these final, sacred moments. If you have listened this far, I know what kind of person you are. Your dog is not property. They are a heartbeat in your home, a silent confidant on bad days, a loyal soul who has marked the seasons of your life. Saying goodbye is the terrible price we pay for such a profound love, but being prepared allows you to honor them to the end, to stay close just as they always have for you. If your dog is young and vibrant, I hope you'll hold them extra tight tonight and be grateful for all the greetings at the door still to come. And if you've already said this goodbye, I hope you find solace in knowing you are part of a silent club of people who share your ache. There is a saying that when a beloved dog appears in your dreams, it's their spirit stopping by to let you know they are at peace and that their love never truly left. If you feel moved, please share a story of your beloved friend in the comments. Tell us their name, what made them family. In sharing our memories, we help lighten the load of each other's grief. And if you know someone facing this journey, share this with them. No one should have to walk this path alone.